Okay, I'm going to simplify some exponential expressions. And here I have positive and negative exponents, um, and I have some multiplication going on too. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this problem. So I have x to the negative 1 u squared all over, and I want to make sure that I remind myself that that 3 is also a base and it has an exponent of 1, and I have z squared here. The z squared, the 2, only goes with the z. It doesn't go with the 3. Whoop. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it like that. And then I have, it's still to the negative third. And then I have an x times a z squared all over 1. I'm just going to remind myself that that's also it's all over a denominator of 1. So now I'm going to go ahead and just apply that negative 3 to every base or every exponent inside my parentheses, and that way I can remove my parentheses, and I have x to the negative 1 times the negative 3, and I have a u to the 2 times the negative 3, and then I have a 3 to the 1 times the negative 3, and I have a z squared to the times negative 3. And this here I just have x z squared. I'm going to put a 1 out there in front of as an exponent for the x to remind myself to. And all of that's over 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify. I have x, negative 1 times negative 3 is a positive 3. U, 2 times negative 3 is a negative 6. 3 to the negative 3, z to the negative 6, times x to the 1, z squared all over 1. And because this is just all straight multiplication, let's go ahead and put everything on top together. Z squared all over 3 to the negative 3, z to the negative 6. And I look to see, is there anything I can combine? Let's see, I have an x to the third and x to the first, so I could just have x to the fourth up here, right? U to the negative 6th, z squared, all over 3 to the negative 3, z to the negative 6. Alright, so we're getting close. The next thing is I don't want any negative exponents, so I'm just simply going to march across the numerator. I see an x to the positive fourth. If my exponent is positive, it stays wherever it is. The next term I see is u to the negative 6. Since I have a negative exponent, I'm going to move my u down, and my 6 becomes a positive, but in the denominator. And then I have a z squared, so that still stays up there. Now if I march across the denominator, I see I have a 3 to the negative 3. So I'm going to bring that 3 up and make it a positive exponent. And then I have a z to the 6th, a z to the negative 6 in the denominator, so I'm going to move my z to the 6th into the numerator, and the exponent becomes positive. So again, I'm almost there. I'm going to go ahead and evaluate this 3 to the third. That's simply 27, right? That all stays up in the numerator. And I have an x to the fourth, and I can combine I have a z squared, z to the 6th, so that's going to give me z to the 2 plus 6, or z to the 8th, and I'm left with u to the 6 in the denominator. So that's my final answer.